Good morning, Flosstube, and welcome. Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate Christmas. Today, for me, it is Christmas Eve. I'm filming this on Christmas Eve, but this will go up tomorrow on Christmas Day, just because I will not have time to film a Flosstube on Christmas Day. I'm doing this early on Christmas Eve morning so that I can get it all done before everybody starts getting up. I apologize if you can hear the dog whining. He is sitting at the window, very, very sad because I will not let him go out and play. It is cold. I live in South Carolina, and today the high is supposed to be 32. That's not South Carolina weather. However, I know that there are some of you who live, especially in the Midwest, who are getting just hounded with this Arctic blast thing that's coming through. Please stay safe. Please stay warm. I've seen several videos of places where people are out driving in blizzard-like conditions, and then it comes to a standstill and there's wrecks and stuff. Be careful. If you don't have to go out in that, don't. By the way, I am Tamara. I am PD Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is my channel about cross-stitch. This is my chaos. As soon as Christmas is over and I take down the trees and I'm done wrapping presents, because as you can see my Christmas paper is here, all of that stuff's going to go back up in the attic and I'll have my office and craft room back. But until then, it looks like this. So, chaos. That's okay. I live in chaos. Today is going to be a WIP Parade, just because I thought that would be a good way to kind of wrap up the year and show everybody where things finished and where they started at the beginning of the year, if they came into 2022 with me, and if they were started in 2022, you can see how far they progressed. So let's get started. I have them in order from my oldest WIP to my newest, so that hopefully I may or may not remember to say who the artist is or who it's by. It will be in the description box below. I may or may not remember to tell you what the fabric is. It will be in the description box below. And anything else that may be important, like for a couple of them, if I'm using specific flosses, or if I've changed something significantly, that will be in the description box below. So let's get started. So my first one is Christmas 2. This is artwork by Ciro Marchetti, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is what it's going to look like when it's finished, or if I finish. And this is where it was at the beginning of the year. And here is where it is now. So I've started, I was doing kind of stair-step diagonal pages, and now I've decided I'm going to go across within my Q-snap. And if parked threads or dangling threads bother you, I apologize. But this, it works for me. So now I'm going across the top. I don't have very much left to go across the top, and obviously I hope I don't have very much left to go down on the side, because I don't have a lot of space left. But it is looking absolutely gorgeous. I love this. This one, I've shared this before. My son bought this pattern for me, and he bought it as a paper pattern. And this was back before the issue with the DMC 09. And I had already gotten a good bit done when they came out with the fact that the 09, they were replacing all the 09s in their patterns with and just recharting them. Well, it was paper pattern, so I bought the PDF version to see if I could just keep on moving with the PDF and do it on Pattern Keeper. Well, when I did that, I noticed that it did not align at all with what I had already done. So I'm continuing to do this off of a paper pattern. This is on 25 count easy grid, and I'm doing it 2/1 10 stitch off a paper pattern. So it's sometimes slow going, but doing the Royal Rose method actually works easily for paper, for me, on using a paper pattern, because I'm only looking at a 10 by 10 section or 10 by 20 section at a time. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my projects after I show them, because the dog is in here. Like I said, you could hear him earlier whining, and I don't really want him to get into them. So the next one, and I tried to remember to unzip everything. If I didn't, I apologize. Especially if you're wearing earbuds. I watch Flosstube sometimes wearing earbuds, and I know it can be loud when somebody's unzipping, and I'm so sorry. So the next one, I did not work on this one at all this year. This is one of the Chalkboard Christmas greetings from Tiny Modernist, and I'm working on 'Tis the Season, the Snowman. I finished this one, and this one in 2021. This one I started, and as beautiful as it is, it was way too much white. And I UFO'd that one. I may come back and do that one later. I don't know. But I have this one. So I'm not going to show you where it was at the beginning of the year, because it looks exactly the same, because I haven't worked on it at all this year. I might work on it between now and the end of the year. That remains to be seen. But they're all the ones I've done are all on the same piece of fabric. This is a black, Chalkboard black Wichelt, and here it is. And y'all, as you can see, I literally just have the O and the N, I believe, to finish this piece. And I didn't work on it at all in 2022. I could probably knock this out before the end of the year, and I may just do that, because it's not got much left at all. So maybe I can get that one finished up and have one more finish before the end of this year. The next one is Cardinal in the Snow, and this is from X Squared Cross Stitch. I don't remember the name, but it will be in the description box below. And it's from Etsy. One of my daughters bought this pattern for me. It's also a paper pattern, and it came as a PDF, and I printed it. It did not. I couldn't get it to cooperate with Pattern Keeper, so I'm doing this one off of paper pattern too, and I haven't made very much progress on this. I focused on Christmas 2 this year. I probably will be focusing on Christmas 2 again next year. I'd like it to get closer to a finish, but I want to show this one some love too. But here is what it's going to look like when it's done. And here's where it was at the beginning of the year. Here is where it is now. I think that might be 3 pages. It might be 2 pages. I think it's 3. But it's literally just the background. And it's beautiful. And it's not hard stitching, because like all of this is one color. So it's easy to just get, I love my Heaven and Earth design pieces, but there's a lot of confetti, and this one does not have a lot of confetti. It's got big blocks of color, and I can move faster with big blocks of color, so I like those. I love my HAEDs too, don't get me wrong. The next one is Rosetta from Ink Circles, and this is the cover photo. I'm not doing it, well, it's going to look like that. It's just, I'm not using that colorway. I've changed it up. Here is where it was at the beginning of the year. And here is where it is now. And this is on 40 count Dusty Road from Seraphim Fabrics, I believe. I did not iron anything. Sorry. But I'm doing 4 different color shades. So teal, pink, green, and that's a purple. It's a deep purple. It's hard to see on camera, but it is a very deep purple. And so then, so each section will be a different shade of these 4 colors. So the purple moved down here, then the teal, then the pink, and then this will be a green, and then this will be a green, a purple, a teal, and a pink. And I will put the colors that I've used in the description box because I honestly don't remember. I know this is Gentle Arts Peacock, and this is Week Style Works Love. Other than that, I cannot remember off the top of my head what they are. So I will put those in the description box below. Next up is Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler. Here's the cover photo. And here's where it was at the beginning of the year. And this is on 40 count Angel Hair from Seraphim Fabrics. And I am using a color palette of DMCs that I got off of stitchpalettes.com or stitchpalette.com. I'll put that in the description box below as well. Sorry, there's a lot of fabric and I'm trying to get it to where it's easier to hold. So here's where it is now, but it's all teals and blues, and I think I've done maybe 2 pages. I know I've done 1 full page. I think this is page 2, and I haven't quite finished it because obviously I need to do that. And I think there's some other, and I haven't done any back stitching. I'll do all of that at the end. But I went into page 3 last night because I was working on something in Magic Stitchdom, and I needed something that had an insect, and this has insects. Sorry about that. Somebody needed some loving. For those of you who don't know, this is Buster. He wanted to say hi. He wants some love, and he also wants to go cause chaos downstairs. And we're not going to do that yet. He and Milo, our other dog, have already caused chaos this morning. They wanted to go outside and play. It's cold, like I said earlier. It's a wind chill of 5 degrees here. And they wanted to go run around in the backyard. Which I let them for a moment, but not for very long because it's cold. So, sorry about that. Let's get back to the WIP Parade. So the next one is 3 Dolphins. This one is artwork by Carol Cavalaris. I'm so sorry. And it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Here is the cover photo. And here's where it was at the beginning of the year. And I have finished 2 pages. That is actually, there's stitching there. It's very light blue. I love this. This one also, this has a lot of, not really color block, because you can see that there's a lot of, confetti, but I think it's like big blocks of like 1 or 2 or 3 colors. So this one doesn't stitch up too terribly. I just haven't I just haven't put much time in it this year. And next up is, sorry, Winter Wisdom. I did un-Velcro it, but then when it went back in the thing, the Velcro caught back. This is Winter Wisdom by Cottage Garden Sampling. Yes, Cottage Garden Samplings. This is what it will look like. And here is where it was at the beginning of the year. And this is housed in this beautiful butterfly Garon Totten Bags bag. And here is where it is now. Maybe. I have to find the top. So I've got most of the birds. I think this little bird needs another leg and maybe a little bit more, but I think just the leg. And then there's a house and the word wisdom and a key and some more of the branch. So I don't know if this one will be finished in 2023. There's still a lot left. I love this one though. I love all of these songbirds. And then they just came out with the Snowman series. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'll be stitching all of those. Shout out to Sammy J at Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery, who is hooking me up to have each of the snowmen sent to me when they come out. Obviously, I'm paying for them because, you know, she has a business to run, but I like that I know that they're going to come each month. I love snowmen. I like cold if there's snow. Today, there's no snow. It's just cold, so White Christmas would have been lovely. I don't think I've ever, maybe one time in my whole life, had a White Christmas. So that's what happens when you live in South Carolina. You don't really have White Christmases. All right, the next one is, I had to go on a hunt for this one because I couldn't find it this morning. This is Shades of Autumn, and this is from Just Cross Stitch, October 2019, I believe. I love these colors. And this is on 32 count Monster Mash from Color and Cotton. Because I love these colors even more on this purple. Is that not just absolutely gorgeous? This one is slow stitching because it is extremely fiddly. If you look, each of these bands, now it only uses, I think, 6 colors, but I think all 6 colors are used in every band. So there's a lot of just changing colors out, and I started off trying not to carry my threads, but I'm probably going to start carrying threads a little bit more because it's very fiddly. And like here, these single, yes, I have been pinch stitching them. I think that's gonna hit. I think I'm gonna start carrying some threads because it'll go faster. And I don't enter my things in competitions or fairs or anything like that. So if people are judging the backs of my projects, they're looking at the wrong side, first of all. And second, I don't care. Please don't judge the back of my project if you're going to look at it because, you know, it's the back. And that's not what I'm displaying when I actually display stuff. Because most of the time it just sits in a box under my bed. The next one is Christmas Village Stocking, and this is from Cooler Design Studio. This is what it's going to look like. here is where it was at the beginning of the year. I don't think I said that for Shades of Autumn, but I'm sure at some point I did put in what it looked like at the beginning of the year. Buster, no, sir. Hold on. No, you can't go in there right now. Usually we keep his toy basket in that closet, and the doors are open, and he's got a blanket in there. He likes to go in there and lay. However, right now it houses all of my wrapped presents because I can't put them under the trees because of Chaos 1 and Chaos 2, otherwise known as Milo and Buster. Milo, like, flat out moved one of my trees the other day. He just put the branch in his mouth and moved it across the floor, so I definitely couldn't put presents under there. We're still training. No, I don't let my dogs act like that on the normal, but he's still a puppy, and we're still training him. He's 60 pounds, so he's a big puppy. He can move the tree. As I was saying, though, back to Christmas Village stocking. This is going to be my stocking eventually. I've stitched stockings for all 5 of my children, and those are all made, and that's what they will have their stocking gifts in the morning. I've stitched my husband's stocking, but it's not been made into a stocking yet. That's the goal for 2023, is to get it made into a stocking, because I don't sew. I don't know how to sew. Somebody else is going to have to make it. So I don't have one for me. So my daughter, well, one of my daughters, I have 4, bought me this pattern so that I could make my own stocking. And it's getting there. I might have a stocking before the youngest, who's a freshman in high school, moves out. That would be nice. It's on antique white. I don't know what size. It will be in the description box below. But it's on antique white something. But it's full coverage, so, you know, it doesn't really matter what color it's on because it's full coverage. And the next one is World of Disney 1 from Ziana Cross Stitch on Etsy. Here is what it's going to look like. And here is where it was at the beginning of the year. And this is on 32 count Easy Grid. And I have just this top corner with the little airplane. And then I'm starting to get into the next little section here. This will, I don't even think this is a full page because I don't know why I would have it like this. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Or maybe this is, yes. So this is a page, because all of that is done. Even the white, those whites are, so yes, I'm on this next page going across. This is a monster project. It is my largest project, and it's going to take forever. But I love Disney, so it's worth it. Maybe I'll finish this before, you know, I'm 80. I don't have very much longer to do it. Actually, no, I joke. I've got a few years left before, you know, 80, so I should be able to maybe finish it by then, if I don't add more big awesome projects between now and then. So that was basket 1, and now we're going to go to basket 2. I only have 2 baskets, so if you think that, you know, we're going to be here all day, we won't, I promise. But that was basket 1. So now I'm going to move these things around. Basket 2. This is Christmas Classic Sal from Story Stitches, and here is what it's going to look like. Actually, that is not what it's going to look like, but I'm going to put that there because I've rearranged the people and I've added a person and that. So. And here's where it was at the beginning of the year. And here is where it is now. So we have the Grinch and Max and Frostmeister, Heatmeister, Frosty, Karen. Karen is the one that I added. Rudolph, the Abominable, Charlie Brown. This will be Snoopy and Woodstock, and then this will be Santa and Mrs. Claus. I love them. There's a lot of backstitch. A lot of backstitch. But it really makes them pop. Like, it... I don't think it would look nearly as good without the backstitch, so it's worth it. It's worth it. So I'm working on Snoopy and Woodstock. This one I think I could probably finish in 2023. I have 3 boxes, and the boxes aren't that big, so I should be able to finish it. I didn't take this one out of the Q-snap because it fits in the Q-snap, and you can still see everything. And I haven't really talked about my needle binders. This one, Lucy. I love Charlie Brown and Peanuts, if you haven't figured that out. I think you may have seen another one on one of the other projects. I got this one from Fire Puppies back when Fire Puppies was still in business, and how sad I am that they are not, because they're my go-to. I need to visit Barefoot Needle Art, which is in Myrtle Beach, which is like an hour and a half away, which is it's not far. Some of y'all have to travel much farther to get to an LNS, so I'm lazy, I guess. I drive a lot. Let me rephrase. I drive a lot for my kids' sports. I drive a lot for track, cross country, soccer. I drive a lot. So, but when I drive, I'm going for that. I'm going to go watch them play, watch them run. And I don't put a lot of extra time in for doing something for me because it's usually all about my kids. So I need to make a trip to the beach for me. I need to make a trip to the beach for my runner girl to get some new shoes. So maybe I can swing a shoe store and a cross stitch store into that trip. All right, the next one is Welcome Winter, and this is by Filigram, not Filigree. And this is what it's going to look like. And this is all done in Dinky Dye Silks. One of my girls got this for me for Christmas last year, I think, or my birthday, or it was a gift, and she was just going to give me the pattern. She asked her dad to buy it because she was 13, 12. She doesn't have an income, and when he did, he also kitted it all up with the silks, so that was nice. Here is where it was at the beginning of the year. And here is where it is now. It would help if I should... See, this is the back. My backs aren't terrible. Like, it's not terrible. It's just not, picture perfect. It's okay. But this is what it actually looks like when you look at the front. I don't have much left. I really don't. This whole side is finished. I just have the rest of the snowman and the rest of the little motify things. The snowflakes and the bottom border. Thinking this could be a 2023 finish as well. I don't have a lot that I think I can finish in 2023 so far. But a lot of my new starts in 2023 are not big. So I'm hoping I can do some smalls, get those done. Sorry about that. My stuff fell on the floor. And as you can see, some of my bags are Amazon bags. I'm okay with that. I really need... I get stickers with my Fabric of the Month from Grace Knits Fabrics. And I really just need to decorate those bags with those stickers because that would actually, be a smart use for those. Another Amazon bag. This is my travel project, my work project. This is The Office by Stitcharia on Etsy. Here is what the cover photo is. And here is want to say here's where it was at the beginning of the year, but it also might have been a New Year, New Start, so you might not see it. And I don't know what's going on with my phone right now. But here's where it is now. It's not got much left. I think this one I can also knock out in 2023. So we shall see. And we're back. Sorry, I was looking at what the text was. And it was my child who just told me that it feels like is 1 degree outside right now. That's my runner, and sorry, I did not mean to do that. Habit to zip it up. She has been forbidden by me to run outside. So she had to go to the gym this morning and run on the treadmill. Because I'm not letting her run out in that. First of all, she has trouble staying warm to start with because she's built like a twig. And second, it's cold. And I'm not letting her run out in that. Because when she runs for miles. She doesn't just do like a 1 mile, 15-minute run. Actually, for her, a 1 mile run is like 7 minutes on an easy day. A 1 mile run for me would actually have me in the grave because I would have a heart attack. I can walk a mile in about 20 minutes, but she did not get her running ability from me. If I'm running, something's chasing me, you should probably run too. If she's running, just clap for her and say, good job. Because she just runs. And so our new dog, Milo, Buster, shh. But our new dog, Milo, is he has claimed her as his person, and it's perfect because he is a runner. Buster's like me. She tried to take him running when we first got him, and he got about 200 yards down the road and just stopped. Refused to move. I apologize for the whining. Milo, on the other hand, she has been able to take him out on runs with her, and they've gradually built up, so now they're up to 2.5 mile runs, and at a fairly decent pace. So I think they did a mile the other day in like 6 minutes and 39 seconds. So, yeah. So he likes to run with her, and it's been perfect because I feel better when she's out running knowing that she has this big 60-pound dog with her too, because maybe then she's had, there have been some guys that have like slowed down and tried to talk to her when she's out running. First of all, that gives me the EPGBs, and second, it makes me angry and I want to go punch them, because why would they think it's appropriate to stop their car or slow down their car to drive next to my 17-year-old daughter to chat her up while she's out running? You're a 40-something-year-old man. That's not appropriate. So, sorry, that was my little side rant. Back to stitching. My next one, I started this in January to do for Magical Stitches. They were doing a color of the week. Each week had a different DMC number assigned to it, and you could do 100 stitches for that color. And I started to do that with this, and then obviously I didn't get very far in. This is what the cover photo for. It's January Celtic Knots. From Ink Circles. I'm so sorry. He's going to just be a pain in the boohoo for a while. And this is what it looks like now. After. I'm going to try it again. They're doing another color of the week type thing this year. And I'm going to see if I can get a little bit further with it this year. With the colors. So what my plan was anytime a color was called and I didn't have a significant amount of that color in a actual project, I would just put 100 stitches of that color into this. That's my plan again this year. We'll see how long that lasts. I do really good with plans at the beginning of the year. January, I start strong. My WIP Go started off strong. I actually made it all the way to September for WIP Go. And then it just, don't know what happened. I am planning to try WIP Go again this year. Maybe I'll make it all 12 months. My camera's going to probably shut off in just a second, and then I'll stitch the next part to it. This next one is America, America. And this is what it's going to look like. And this is from the Just Cross Stitch August 2020. And the design is from Ursula Michael. I cannot speak this morning, y'all. And this was started after the new year. Everything now has been started after the new year, so I'm just going to show you where I've gotten. I have Oh Beautiful for Spa and Amb Americ. Not too bad. And a lot of backstitched, long stitch stars. And trees. And some mountains. But I love it. I don't remember what this fabric is. It will also be in the description box below. And those that I haven't mentioned, those will also be in the description box below because I will add them. I just am really, really bad about remembering what they are. And just a couple more, and if I can knock these out, I might not have to stitch the two pieces together. This is December from the Cricut collection. The last of the months that I need to finish, and I am so very close. Here, no, I started this since the new year. Like I said, there's no here's where it was. I've started this since the new year, and y'all, I've actually gotten quite a bit done on this. We have D, E, C, E, M, B, E, and I have started on the R. So this will definitely be a 2023 finish because I am not picking this one back up between now and the end of the year. A couple other things. I have one thing I want to start because I'm doing it as a round robin with some friends and would like to get it started before the new year so that when it's called for us to start the specific part, then the border is done. So this one is Reflections of Norway from Ink Circles. You've noticed a theme. I really like ink circles. Y'all, I don't want to pull this out because it's just hard to get in and out. But so I apologize for the glare, but that's what it's going to look like. However, it's not going to be blue on tan. It is going to be blue on red because the Norwegian flag is blue and red. And my grandfather came here from Norway, came to the U.S. from Norway. So he was 100% Norwegian. I am obviously 25% Norwegian, and I truly claim my Norwegian heritage because I know the most about it. But this is where it is. This is on 32 count Rubius from Picture This Plus, I do believe. If I'm wrong, it will also be in the description box below. And this one is stitching up so quickly. So I am excited. I think that one I might be able to finish in 2023 if I work on it. I'll talk about plans in a different video, probably the first one I do after the new year. I may not go 2 weeks between now and the next one. I might do one on New Year's Day. And oh, this is my last one. This is Royal Nutcracker from Bobby T Designs. And this is what it's going to look like. And I think this is on 32 count font. If I'm wrong, it'll be in the description box below. But I've gotten a good bit of the border and started on some of the actual nutcrackers themselves. So that's it, y'all. That's all of them. That's 19 projects, if you were counting. If you are not, it's still 19 projects. I will be adding several to those, and I'm hoping I can maybe finish up that Christmas snowman, the chalkboard Christmas snowman, before the end of the year. So I might be taking 19 because I'm going to start the one I just told you about and finish up that one. So I'll still take 19 into the new year, and then I'm planning to start one a month plus one for my birthday. So I'll at least have 13 more starts, which would bring me up to 32. Maybe I'll finish off the year with like 30. Because I might be able to do some of those as starts and finishes during the year. Not in one sitting, but between the beginning of January and the end of December of 2023, I should be able to start and finish a few of those. So, y'all have a good Christmas. Have a wonderful winter. Have a happy new year, because I probably won't be back on until after the new year. And stay happy, stay healthy, and keep stitching. Bye.